Hello, everybody. Welcome to the LoveHour podcast. I'm your host, MrsKevOnStage, and I'm joined by the NAACP nominated Kevin Fredericks.
That's right. I want this always to be referred to as NAACP Image Award nominated.
NAACP Image Award nominated.
Yes, like MD.
Yes,
doctor.
For the inaugural category premiere. I'm making up things right now. The category is social influencer.
Outstanding social media personality.
Yeah, that's it. How do you feel?
It's just so much work we've been putting through the years. I want to thank the stage crew primarily. Stage crew is the longtime fans from Zay and Joe when JoJo couldn't talk, to Periscope, the 95, to people who donated for a family exchange, to, those that have come to my first tour, those who got the app, who are still on Patreon, those who follow and share and like. We are just so godly proud of Kevin. He's worked so hard, and the people have been supporting him for so long. And we're just glad to be recognized.
Correct.
By the blacks.
Correct.
The NAACP Image Awards. I never thought I would be.
It's such an honor.
It's such an honor.
It's such a huge deal.
I got to go to Macy's.
Wait, what?
I got to go to Macy's to get me a new suit.
Oh, yes.
I got the black and silver. I got to
you
top
gotta
that.
Up it again?
I got to up the black and silver.
There's nothing that's going to top that silver. It's a very metallic, shiny.
We going to try. I'm not going to wear that to the NAACP Image Awards.
Well, that's the thing. We're trying to figure
out.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, if the pandemic is being a hater and you won't be able to go. Like, I got to get an outfit together. Yeah, Rick. Oh, we should totally do a thing. When is it?
It's the 27th. Maybe we COVID tested.
Well, CDC new rule said you can have small gatherings if you're vaxxed up.
Trying to get the vax.
You trying to get the vax before the 27th?
If not, you was going to be tested.
Okay, so what if we actually did a small little red carpet gathering?
And I want to do an acceptance speech for us because, get an acceptance speech.
I know who can do this because Bree just reached out to me 3 days ago and was like, Melissa, don't forget, I owe you big time. Please let me know if you want me to do something.
And she did my birthday.
Yeah. Do you want to do it?
Yes, it's a thing.
Yes for me.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm so here for this. We can do it at the studio. Make it totally a thing, a little situation.
I'm all in for this.
Okay. We'll already be.
I'm going to win the award at my party.
It'll be like when Zendaya won. She was at the house and everybody was there and clapping for her or whatever.
Yes.
You get to wear a formal gown, girl. Okay, so we're going to do it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's cool. I'm really excited. Well, congratulations. I think that it is a huge deal. Your agent was super excited. The PR team that I was almost going to put on release was super excited.
I told them that.
Oh, you did?
On Monday.
What'd you tell him?
I said that it was about to be our last week. I mean, you lucky.
You ain't never lied. I was like, yo, so listen, y'all hella expensive. Y'all about to be, cut off all loose ends. So anyway, congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
How long does voting last? I don't remember. Is it through the 27th?
I don't know.
Or is it just a certain time period?
I don't know.
Well, by the time this episode drops, it is through the 27th. Okay.
Is the awards on the 27th, though?
So maybe the 20th. Well, regardless, it'll still be available by the time this episode drops. So if you're listening to this on Thursday when this episode drops, please go to Kevin's Instagram, which by then he'll have posted a million times between now and then. So actually don't go to his Instagram. Go to the NAACP.
Well, it's in my link in my bio.
Oh, okay.
I put it in the link in my bio.
Okay, so go to Kev's Instagram and the link in the bio and you will be able to vote there. God bless you. So congratulations again. I think that's a huge deal.
Did you turn that off?
Yes.
It's hot. I'm NAACP Image Award and nominated KevOnStage. I gotta maintain a certain temperature for my comfort.
Thank you.
This is my thing for. This is my 2021.
What is this crisscross applesauce?
I've been sitting like this lately.
Since when? You're not even your body.
I always sit like this. Watch me sit like this the whole podcast without having a problem.
I believe you can do it.
Oh, not on podcast.
Okay.
At home, At home.
Always, I assume.
When I'm playing FIFA, I always. By the way, I won Champions League. Beat Bayern. I did.
Okay.
This is I met Will Smith for 2021.
Okay.
Because people, when
I
they
think
get
you
Grammy nominated, they don't have to win to say that.
I think you either need a lap scarf or you should put your legs down. Because you be thoughtin'.
I covered up my balls, potential ball sighting. I got black pants on, Liz.
Yeah, but you're a thought. I tell Kevin this all the time.
It's because I be wearing sweatpants and you see a little print. Just a little piece of the promised land.
I want you to wear a lap
little
scarf.
rod and staff.
I think you need a lap scarf. It is.
That is the churchiest. That might be the single churchiest thing.
Well, and what I don't
it doesn't
understand
exist outside
is
of that.
Why are lap scarves only exclusive to women? Men need them too because y'all be wearing European style pants.
Because you can see up the skirt into the coochie land.
With the listen, on The Bachelor, his situation be
Oh, you was looking at balls?
no, he don't. You don't look. He just be like, hey.
Wow.
His stuff be.
He finna get a yeast infection.
He will
Double
never
cheeked
have
up
kids.
on a
He
Thursday.
will never be able to have children.
Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
I don't understand.
So what do you want to talk about with NAACP
Okay.
Image Award nominated Kevin?
So this is the situation. We watch the Meghan Markle and Harry. What's his last name?
I think their technical last name is Windsor.
That's what I thought too.
Windsor.
Okay.
But they don't. They're more moniker people. Prince Harry is all they ever.
Okay. So Prince Harry. But what's Archie's last name?
Markle. No, I think it's Archie Windsor.
Archie Windsor. Is his first name Archie or it's not Archibald?
Archibald. His name is Archie. Oh, you know what? It is Mountbatten.
Oh, it is
Archie
Mountbatten.
Harrison.
That is it.
Mountbatten
It
Windsor.
is Mountbatten. We did know that.
Because that was
Yeah.
Tyrion or Tywin Lannister was Mountbatten.
Okay. So yeah, we did know that. Okay, so Harry Mountbatten.
His first name is Archie. It's not.
It's
that's
not Archibald?
That was the thing. They wanted to make it like Americanized.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It definitely should be Archibald. No, Archibald is stupid, but Archie. No one's even named Archie in 2021.
Them blacks done snuck
That's
in,
true,
ain't they?
and all their names are like old school.
His great grandma's the Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
We got the black in at a quarter and a little bit.
Listen, so we want to talk about. Listen, you know what's funny is we're live on our Patreon. You guys should join, and everybody is. His last name is Sussex. His last name is Windsor. His
Sussex
last
is the
name,
title.
Yeah, that's.
Y'all got to watch The Crown. Me and Melissa was watching The Crown with Wikipedia.
It's
queued up.
Windsor. Listen, we're so Americanized. We don't know. But it is Archie though. Okay, so anyway, the point is we watched the interview with Oprah that Oprah is the queen, the actual
Hilarious.
queen, because this woman did the interview, didn't pay them, which she made known. Probably got that interview strictly off friendship and that fact that she's Oprah.
She also can't pay them though.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then sold it.
She got paid
Not
though.
to own. Not to own.
Well, if she sold it to own, she's selling it to herself.
Not to own. Because also you put it on own, she's gonna get advertising dollars.
But ain't
Like,
nobody gonna watch it.
no, everybody would watch that.
No. CBS is
No,
always a
I'm
channel.
not saying she did the right thing or she did the wrong thing. I'm saying she's clearly the queen though.
She said, "This ain't no episode of Queen Sugar. This big time." First of all, this interview was
who
old
has the
school.
highest bidder.
I wonder what the interview went for.
Well,
Because the
they
commercials you said was like
I
what,
was just about to say,
325 grand.
something like that
Per-
for like 60 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, I actually did the math. They needed to sell 17 commercials to make all their money back, and that's just from television.
That's crazy.
It was on Facebook Watch.
It was on
and
Facebook
also
Watch.
there's the like, what do you want to say? NAACP Image Award nominated Kev.
What do you want to say?
The like. This is a interview like when Whitney was with that woman. It wasn't Barbara Walters.
No. It was nope, not
Diane
Kate.
something?
Diane Sawyer.
Diane Sawyer. When you interviewed by Katie Couric, it
Yeah.
was like that level of everybody is watching
Yes.
this. That was old school 90s, 80s, Tom Brokaw.
There hasn't been a huge interview like that. Ooh, child.
Probably since Whitney and Diane Sawyer. That's probably the biggest one.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
No.
R. Kelly was big.
Hog tie people. What would a hog tie?
R. Kelly was a big interview.
It was not nearly
I'm not
as
saying
big.
it was nearly as big, but no, it was a huge. That's what I would say. It was probably.
Also had the doc that came out around that too.
That's true.
It was, Michael Jackson with that dude,
Yes.
Martin Bashir.
Yes.
But that was more than one night. But that was
Yes.
probably the biggest. That probably big
Wait,
too.
do we consider that an interview? That was a documentary.
It was, everybody was talking about it. It was definitely a documentary though.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it. So anyway, we watched it, and I'm trying to do the pop culture thing that you guys have told me to do, and I'm trying to do it from the perspective of like relationships. So I have 10 lessons that we can learn from
Oh,
the
really?
royals. Yes.
The songwriter said before you get
But before we get to there, we all know that Meghan Markle is pregnant right now with her second child. And once she comes off pregnancy, we all know that there's just a lot of blood involved. And you have to wear these like huge diaper pads that are like the worst. They're actually really uncomfortable. And so, Meghan, if you happen to be watching this, use Flex instead. Why? Because they're better. They're safer. There's no TSS. There's less
What's
mess.
TSS? Oh,
toxic shock
syndrome.
syndrome, which is honestly one of the biggest reasons that I stopped using tampons because I am.
You get freaked out. You got it in your head. You were gonna get toxic shock, and it would not get out of your head. It was like Inception.
I was thoroughly convinced that I would be like the one in bazillion. It's not that high, but it's a very low risk that people get TSS, and I was like, it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I remember you were just like, I can't see with this.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah, my
I was
coochie.
thoroughly convinced, and so I would like do all these sort of weird things to try to like circumvent that risk. But then we went out on tour a couple years ago, and traveling or vacationing when you are on your period is like literally the worst thing ever.
Mother Nature like, oh, we going to Cabo? Let me pack my blood.
She packs her bags with you.
What, y'all finna go swimming? Perfect. A shark finna eat you.
Yeah, so it's literally the worst. So I was literally looking up alternatives, and that's how I was introduced to menstrual cups. They're freaking phenomenal, people. And Flex is one of the ones that I recommend. Why? Number one, they have a very soft, velvety material that they're made of, which makes it quite comfortable inside of your body, and it has a pulley, so it makes it really, really, really easy to take out of your body, which is one of the number one. There's two things about menstrual cups that people are like kind of hesitant about. I'm gonna take my time with this ad.
Take your time, baby,
because I want y'all to try it. Number one, you're putting it in your body. What if it gets stuck? The pulley string prevents that from happening. It makes it really, really easy for you to unpop the seal and pull it out of your body. That's the first thing. Second thing is, oh my God, it's period blood. That's gross. You actually think you're bleeding more than you're actually bleeding, barring like PCOS. PCOS is like a completely different thing. But pads and tampons make it feel like you're bleeding a lot more. And then using the cup, you realize, oh, child, this ain't even as much as I thought it was. There is a bit of a learning curve. But what I do like about Flex is that you can go onto their YouTube page, and they have like a little tutorial on how to insert this into your body. It's freaking phenomenal. So what I say all of that to say, I am a fan. I use this in real life. Like, I use this in real life. My book club knows this, and I want you guys to try it. Say goodbye to leaks, mess, and stress, and say hello to healthier periods for people and the planet with Flex. Go to flexfits.com/lovehour and use code LOVEHOUR for 20% off Flex disc starter kits or 10% off your first Flex cup plus US free shipping. That's code LOVEHOUR at Flex. That's FLEX. fits.com/lovehour.
Love hour. Also, I didn't have nothing to prove. I don't have to sit like that the whole time if I don't want to.
Oh, I thought you said like this.
I do. I just
All the time when you play FIFA.
I do. I do. By the way, you have never called me out for stopping playing the guitar.
Oh, I was supposed. You know what? I let you live more often than I probably
You shouldn't
should.
let me
I
live.
definitely let you live.
I literally never picked up the guitar again
Since
I
that
haven't.
episode.
But it's not for the like elitism thing or whatever my imposter syndrome looks like. It's for sheer busyness. I haven't had the time
Which
to
is
sit down.
actually what I thought it was. When we were on vacation, like break,
Yeah.
it's so easy to forget how little time you have when things get busy again.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly what happened.
And I just was like, dang.
Yeah.
It was already like February 17th, and I was like, I was supposed to buy the piano.
Right. Which is why I was like, I think that's okay though. I think you let it be what it is instead of forcing it to be something else.
Yeah.
You know, when you have time again, you'll pick it up and that's no big deal.
I might take it on the road when I go.
Yeah, who knows? You shouldn't. Okay, so here are 10 lessons that we can learn from Meghan and Harry. You ready?
I'm excited about this.
All right. I just wrote them out because I listened to the interview again this morning, but I'll kind of maybe do them out of order by priority-ish. In case we run out of time. Okay, so the first one that I have is that your family of origin matters.
Man, especially if they're rich colonial imperialists
and you're
who
black.
are drenched in racism.
Yes, and you're marrying someone who is black.
Or half black.
Or half
mixed
black.
race. That's
Or-
enough race for them to be like,
Yes.
not with our good white skin.
And the other thing is that it's twofold because she is black American.
Yeah.
Like there's
like we used to own
already-
America. Literally.
That's what
Britain
I'm saying. And I think
colonized
there
America.
is a like superiority that they have. And I mean that is like a matter of fact. So
The British literally think they're better than us.
absolutely.
And the British royal family specifically.
Correct. And then you add that she's mixed race. It's just like, Harry, if you ain't your mama's child, I don't know who is.
Right.
And so, and unfortunately for Meghan, and I guess probably for Harry, is being aware of your family of origin stuff, but not fully being aware of your family of origin stuff.
Yep.
And so he's blinded by love. She's naive to the
Big
the
naive.
love. And so you go into this marriage, this relationship with these rose-colored glasses on because love will conquer all. And his family is like, that's not how this works. And when there is all families have an institution.
Yes.
All families have a firm, so to speak. The thing about Harry is that it is literal.
Literal, the institution.
Yes.
The firm, they have, which is interesting because, like you said, all families have this, but they have like written down.
Correct.
There's literally things we can give or take away, right? I remember when me and Melissa were very early married. We talked about this before. Melissa's mom was like, "We need you to watch this foster care."
I literally
son."
had the same thought.
Did you? Mm-hmm. And Melissa's mom was like, "I need you to watch this kid," and I was like, "No, we're not going to." She was like, "No, but this is my daughter. I need her to do this." And I was like, "Well, she's my wife now. And we're not." Actually, what I said is we'll watch him, but he's not spending the night.
Right.
And we also didn't have nowhere for him to sleep.
Yeah.
But he was really bad. And she got so upset.
Yes.
And she was like, she'll apologize. I love her. Y'all chill. Don't go on my mom. That's my mom too. I'm her basically fourth child.
It's like fourth son.
Yeah. And anyway, she was like, I'm not gonna help you anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and that's fine, right? But she didn't really. Our lives didn't depend on that help or lack thereof.
Right.
Harry and Meghan's life, or life as they know it, does actually depend on, like, if you don't do what we say, we will literally cut you off.
Yes.
And in this sense, deny you protection, which literally puts your life at
And
danger. Money and protection. And he can't go out and work at Starbucks.
Yes.
And on top of everything, his mom, which is even more family of origin, his mom's whole history was cantankerous with this same institution.
Exactly.
And some would argue that she lost her life as a result
100%.
of that relationship, paparazzi, and all that not being
Absolutely.
kosher. So, yeah, your family matters. And how your family sees your wife.
Yes.
And then your son,
Yes.
as a result, they basically told him your son ain't good enough.
Yeah, literally.
He's not
And
getting no title. He's not getting nothing.
I think sometimes we think that I'm marrying you, and
Yeah.
so the family shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But the reality is, I'm marrying you, and I'm marrying into your family as well. And that stuff can have a tremendous amount of pressure on your relationship.
Yeah.
The only good thing for Meghan is that Harry understood his role and took it serious enough as a father and as a husband to fight against his family of origin and actually protect Meghan.
Mm-hmm.
But had he not, honestly, she would have ended up like Princess Diana, where when Charles, Philip.
Which one are you talking about? The almost dead or her dad?
No, the son.
Charles.
Next in line.
The worst ever.
Okay, Charles, child. All their names. I know they ain't the same, but these names I'd be confusing. them.
Yeah.
Charles, Philip,
Philip is
daddy. Charles, unfortunately, listen. I watched The Crown.
Charles looked like Poor Unfortunate Souls, by
yes,
the way.
From everything I'm basing what I'm saying on is based off The Crown. I don't know inside intel. But from
The Crown is a
appeared,
documentary, Melissa.
Correct. It ain't no dramatization.
As far as I'm concerned,
it's a documentary.
they were too light on them.
Probably.
Seeing how this came out, they probably could have went way harder.
Yes. And so I just think that with Charles didn't refuse to get their names correct. Charles didn't take that role as serious, or maybe didn't feel the need to take it as serious, and felt like his role as a monarch was more important.
Oh, absolutely.
And
but that's how they train him.
Yes. And so he ended up sacrificing his relationship.
1000%.
And Harry was like, no, I'm not here for that.
And that's really what Lilibet did too.
Yes.
With her sister, she was like, the crown comes first. You know what it is. You know, I'm sorry, but the game is the game. And if this don't work,
yes,
we're out of here.
Yes.
And they chose the institution over the relationships. And there's a lot of fractured relationships because of that.
Absolutely. And some of that stuff, I mean, I wish them the best and I hope those relationships can mend. But listen, some of them things might be broken for real, for real.
Listen, so a little backstory on Melissa and I. I come from a very close-knit family. Bex, my cousin over there, can tell you one of the greatest joys about becoming NAACP Image Award nominated KevOnStage is I don't have a whole big family that's going to come out of the woodworks. It's literally my mom, her sister, 2 uncles, my grandma, and the resulting kids, like the way I grew up. There's not a huge extended family.
Yeah.
The bad part about that is if my grandma don't like somebody, life can be hard for that person.
Yes.
Right? If my brother or mom don't like somebody, and Melissa was Princess Diana at first. They was like, oh, my mom did not like the idea of, because I used to hang at Tough at Melissa's house. My brother said, when we were about to get married, you're going to change your name to Kevin Marshall.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
My grandma threatened to not come to my wedding because she did not like Melissa. She just didn't want me to get married prior to finishing college. So anyway, I had to be like, all right, this is my time to harry it up.
Right.
I'm going to have to choose my wife because my family will be like legit forcing your hand. And growing up, when you've never stood up to your mom or grandma.
Oh, it's the hardest thing you can do.
And some people cannot do it. And
Yes.
we know some people who couldn't stand up to their family and they lost their marriage as a result because their spouse felt like, okay, so you're going to take your family side, whether it's mom, dad, whoever it is, you're going to take their side and they don't whatever me. They don't like me. They don't respect me.
Yeah.
They talk about me crazy. And you're not going to protect me? Bet. Then we're done.
Well, and the thing is, because it breeds your marriage to be a place of safety.
Yep.
And that will breed distrust
Yeah.
if I don't feel like you have my back in front of your family.
Absolutely.
And so for Meghan, or for Harry, it seems like he made a choice. Now, there is something to be said about the fact that Harry is second. He's the younger brother.
Yes.
So
and he's not in line for the crown.
Exactly, because after Charles will be William, and after William will be his son.
Yeah.
And then after his son, I think it goes to...
No, it's his other son. Harry and them is way...
They have 2 kids?
Oh, Kate wins.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Penelope and...
Nah.
Whatever.
I think they have 2 sons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
then
William
another
is
kid,
like...
Yeah,
they
I
don't
heard
have
he was
it.
like 7th.
I thought he was 11th
We
in the line of succession.
look to see. Because that means there's folks in between that I'm not even mentioning.
Yeah. Harry in line of succession. Harry is 6th.
So I think we did
You're
6.
right.
'Cause
It's
daddy, son,
hold on, let me scroll
daddy,
down.
son,
It's
son.
Charles is first.
Charles,
Oh, not a flip through.
Charles, William,
William,
oldest son, William. George, that's his name. Youngest
Charlotte.
son. Oh, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Hello, why I skip over?
Lewis,
And then Harry.
and then Harry.
That makes sense. Yeah, that
They
makes
got an
sense.
heir and a spare and a spare and a spare.
Yes. So it is a lot easier. He has less at stake, so to speak.
For sure.
But with that said, he is still was considered high ranking.
Yes.
And so this is still
senior royal is what we
senior
like to
royal,
call them.
yes.
They'll never be senior royal.
So regardless, this is still a huge, and listen, if you watch the scandal, one thing that these folks don't like is a scandal. You hear
Yeah.
me? They was trying to tell Diana and old dude, can y'all just stay married and do whatever you want to do?
Cheat on each other. What?
Live separate
What's a
lives.
peen? What's a vagine?
But can you just, on paper, can you just stay married? And Diana was like, listen, we either going to be together
She wasn't going
or
for
we
it.
ain't going to be together. And I feel like this is the other funny thing about Harry to me is I'm looking at the queen and the brother and the daddy like, what made y'all think that the rebellious spirit of Harry wasn't identical to the rebellious spirit of his mama?
Mm-hmm.
He said, y'all don't like black folks. Y'all don't like America. Let me find me a black American. Let me fall
Bex,
in
you could have had a
love
chance.
with a black American. That's the other thing that I think is so unfortunate that's the other thing I think is so unfortunate is that this narrative that that Meghan is orchestrating
Right.
this whole ordeal. Everything about Harry says to me that he was like, I'm not really here for this.
Harry, like, I'll blow this whole thing up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I go live at Tyler Perry's house.
These jokers lived at Tyler. That's essentially homeless.
They were
Their
what?
friend is just Tyler Perry and not one of our friends.
That is the
Unemployed
most LA
and
story.
homeless.
They came to LA with no job and no place to live.
Literally.
They might as well have lived in a U-Haul. And no severance. They was
They
cut
get no
off.
severance.
You marry a black woman, you're out.
Yes, and an infant.
And a baby.
They was out here being a
that's
young,
super
struggling.
LA.
Listen.
Can I stay in your couch? But their couch is just Tyler Perry's house. They'd have to live in North Hollywood. That's the only difference.
The literal only difference is that they're friends. They stayed in the house. It was just part of Tyler Perry's house, his little guest house.
This is literally the Fresh Prince story.
Yes.
In London, England. I was born and raised. I married the black girl. They said, hey, no way. He's just shooting out Max and lessons all cool. Shooting something. Listen.
Let me tell you something about Kevin. He's actually really good at like creating all of these raps and all of those things. I'm not quite sure how you do it, but I know how you can through Skillshare.
Nice, baby. NAACP Image Award nominated KevOnStage's wife.
Skillshare. They're made for creatives like Kevin, like you, like all of us here in this room, where you can learn how to quite literally do whatever, whenever there is a class for you. We love Skillshare. They are partners here on the podcast and on my YouTube page. I have a video actually that'll drop with them this week. What's one of your favorite things that you like about Skillshare? Have you taken any classes recently?
I've taken a lot, actually. I've taken guitar.
You have?
I've taken photography. I've taken sound mixing. I've taken graphic design. I feel like I like all of them. I feel like the two I use the most are the photography and the graphic design.
Yes.
Because in the content business, guitar I enjoyed while I was doing it. But in the content business, part of the reason that I'm NAACP Image Award nominated is because I'm outstanding on social media. And I make my videos, but sometimes, like my Elizabeth Red Table Talk meme, I learned how to use Photoshop from Skillshare.
Oh, nice.
So that's part of the reason that I was nominated for the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Social Media Personality because of Skillshare.
Classes, they have a ton of classes that they're updating all of the time. Classes can be chosen from one of the 3 new classes from the best of topics list or any class that is in the Skillshare original or staff pick, which is actually really helpful because those are like their popular classes and it'll kind of guide you. Also, they have a search bar and you literally can plug in whatever it is you think you're interested in or want to learn or engage more about. And I assure you there's going to be a class there for you. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/LoveHour and get a free trial of premium membership. That's Skillshare.com/LoveHour. Where you can get their annual subscription for less than $10 a month. Make sure you go to Skillshare.com/LoveHour.
LoveHour.
Get a free trial of their premium membership. That's Skillshare.com/LoveHour. The Love Hour is also sponsored by GreenChef. Rebecca is actually a huge fan of Green Chef.
She is.
As a single woman on the go.
Oh, yeah.
Always on the go. And we are parents who are always also on the go. You want something that's going to be quick, something that's going to be easy. And Green Chef is one of both of those things. They
Absolutely.
prepackage all of the ingredients for you, the seasonings for you, everything for you. You get to choose whether you're on a specific diet meal plan or you just have a family, you're into whatever. They have a meal for you. We recently had the truffle linguine with chicken.
It was so good.
Our family, actually, we're huge pasta eaters in our family, and some pasta. It's really filling. It's really easy to make, and those are honestly some of our best meals as a family. Sitting down as a family, eating, having something that's really good for you and really quick to make is, listen, to be honest, is my favorite thing.
When we found out I was nominated for the NAACP Image Award, we was eating HelloFresh. I was like, man, this is great for my body and my soul.
Go to greenchef.com/90lovehour and use code 90lovehour to
90
get
Love Hour.
$90 off, including free shipping. Go to greenchef.com/90. That's 90lovehour and use code 90lovehour to get $90 off, including free shipping. Oh, and don't forget that Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. Okay, so the next lesson that we can learn, that's why I was like, I knew we were going to take long. So
Two parts.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get through all 10 of them. The next thing that I thought was really important, and it kind of ties to the family of origin stuff, Danny says this all of the time, and that is choose us.
Yeah.
Choose us. Outside pressures, outside pressures, outside family, outside your job. All of those things that Meghan and Harry went through are very real at varying levels in like regular people's lives. And if you don't act and do things in a way that it's always choosing us, meaning you and your partner, your relationship will crumble under the pressure of doing everything else, all of those other obligations.
Absolutely.
And I think the biggest thing for Harry is that he left, he cleaved, and he chose him and his wife.
He left and cleft.
He left and cleft. I don't know how to say that for real. Cleaved. He left and cleaved. He leaved and cleaved.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to rhyme.
The thing is, it doesn't rhyme. That's what we're trying to want to make it to rhyme. But
left and cleaved is just yuck.
Yes. And so I honestly applaud him.
Yeah.
Because being brought up in such a way that your #1 goal is to carry on the legacy of the monarchy. When he was talking, Oprah kind of played him a little bit when he was talking about that Meghan saved him from the being captive inside of of like the organization or whatever. And she was like, you, a prince, born of all this privilege, you felt trapped. And I was like, Oprah, you know what that man meant.
You know that's what people was thinking though, for sure.
Well, that the thing is, as a human, I understand feeling like you can't break free from the institution of your family.
Yeah.
And when your family has always done things a certain way and you're the first to do the opposite or do something different, you're the rebellious one.
Absolutely.
You're the outcast. You look as if you're the one breaking the familial bond.
Yes.
And so right now he's wearing the brunt of being the person to expose his family. And he didn't do it little. He exposed them big. Like, that's huge.
He did. He went to a big platform outside of the UK, outside of their control, outside of their jurisdiction, and was like, they be tripping over there. And Lilibet was like, bruh, recollections may vary.
She sure did. The thing is, though, too, is I wonder, because even Meghan was like, which, listen, I be like this with the Queen. I be kind of like this because
we saw the Queen, remember?
We did for her birthday. Yeah. Even in,
we was in London
and got caught up in a parade.
And we were like, dude, what
are y'all doing?
On? They were like, the Queen's coming. We were like, oh, cool, perfect.
Well, I guess it wasn't her actual birthday.
It was some parade though,
but it was like a birthday celebration, but it wasn't her actual birthday.
Yeah,
something like that. Anyways, the point is that shoot, I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You think the queen played her?
Yes, I be thinking, thank you, that the queen, she always acts as family members between her and her family behind closed doors. And then as soon as she goes through the threshold of like, I am the queendom, and the people have to advise her on what she should be doing, she changes her mind.
She gonna choose that crown every time. That's that whatness.
I can sympathize with feeling double-minded.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's a little two-faced.
Yes.
And
Remember Margaret and her was beefing because she wouldn't let him marry that Peter. She wouldn't marry Peter, and she was like, man, Peter, you can't marry him, he's divorced.
No, she was like, I support you, you could do it. And then
Tommy was like, you can't.
Exactly.
And
well,
she was
then
like,
she
"You're
could
right,
wait
you
for
can't."
a couple years, she could do it. But then it was another rule. She was like, well, why didn't y'all tell me this?
Mm-hmm. That's why Margaret smoked so much.
Listen, but the thing is, I feel like at some point, if she's always going to put forth the monarch, the crown first, then she should just represent that all the
Yes.
time. And so even when Meghan was saying like, I've had really great experiences with the queen, and she shared my blanket, and she's really warm, and she's really this. Well, to some degree, the institution is her.
One and the same.
So being able to differentiate the two, it feels a little gaslighty.
Yes.
A little bit.
Listen, when Philip, back in the early episodes of The Crown documentary, was talking about trying to find his place,
Mm-hmm.
and he was explaining to Princess Diana, he was like, look, it all begins and ends with her.
Right.
She is one and the same. She is the crown. We are just people in her orbit. And that's, to bring it back to the actual people, that is what sometimes people's families be like.
Mm-hmm.
If that person don't like you, you be feeling like in order to make our relationship work, we got to leave.
Yes.
We got to separate from those people or we're not going to make it. Sometimes for us, Angel girl, what are you doing?
I thought it was a ghost
You
because
had
the
the
lights
door.
are off. I said, what?
You can come in
Where
right now,
did
NAACP
Angel
Image
go?
Award nominated Kev on stage.
I know.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Angel was like, why are you screaming? I said, because I almost won an award.
I was like, it's going crazy. I was holding my mic to my body. I wasn't picking up. I was like, let me text them. I'm not sure.
We was big loud.
We were loud.
It's because they nominated us.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. No worries.
But what I was saying is, bye, Angel.
Bye.
Sometimes people, it's easy to say it from here, right?
Yes.
It's easy to say, oh, you should have did this, should have did that. But in actuality, a lot of times people have not stood up to that person, especially in
No.
black families when we grew up.
No, in families,
Hush.
period. There are.
Well, I mean, the reason I say black families, we have more of a child's place, you ain't
Oh,
grown,
sure.
than other cultures. So when you get married, you get ready to say it for the first time, and you realize you ain't got the balls you thought, or the oaths.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
The
You'd be like,
oaths.
well, yeah. I feel like women's stuff should get more like, yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like balls are soft. If you
Yes,
kick a woman in
they
the
are.
ovaries, she gonna be like, what? I feel nothing. I feel no pain. You kick a man in the balls, he's out of there. So it really
100%.
takes big oaths.
The other thing though is that in all of our families, well, I wouldn't say everyone's family, but in most families there is a authoritative figure that controls the temperature of the room. So you introduce that person, whether it's your grandmother, your mama, your grandfather, your daddy, whoever it is,
Yeah.
you introduce a new person to them, and if they decide I don't like them, nobody likes them.
Yes.
Everyone has that person. You know who that person is in your family. And so to some degree, there is I mean, of course, they're it's just a huge scale.
She's the queen of that castle, though.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
all have that monarch figure in our family that controls the temperature of the room. And you just have to be aware of that in your family. And then especially if you've been the Meghan,
Yeah.
then you like, yeah, my husband
And then you
do.
looking at you're Harry, like, bro, you over here, you playing me. Like, I expect it from them. They don't like me, but you don't protect me. Now I'm mad at you, too.
Exactly. And it is the job of the person with the blood relation to check
Yes.
their family.
Why you didn't check your mom when she made that gift?
Because
or not?
before I even got it, you was like, no. Hi? Is this? No.
Listen, when Melissa was pregnant, Melissa was giving birth. She was going through some complications, and the doctors were like, "You can't have no people in here."
Child.
And I was like, "Ain't nobody in here but me." And the family was like, well, I'm going to be in here. We're her real family. I'm her real family.
Kev didn't this is what happened. I had preeclampsia,
I'm the one.
Which is like pregnancy-induced high blood pressure. And so everything stresses me, was stressing my body out, like even the lights. So they had the lights low.
Turn
like they
the
couldn't
lights
even turn the
down
lights
low.
up all the way. And they wanted to control the number of guests that were coming into the room because obviously if I got too excited, whatever, they were risk that my blood pressure would spike and like things would go really bad. So anyway, people are trying to come visit. And I could hear Kevin on the outside of the door telling my mom, my sisters.
No visitors.
Yes. No visitors.
Nobody. She can't. The doctors and I have decided she can't be seen. Josh's gonna be a black church mother soon enough. I said I'll let you guys know when she can take visitors again. But you in there, I'm next of kin. I'm next of kin. I got to make sure that her body is good, that she takes the medicine she's supposed to take, and y'all can't be in here stressing her out. They was not happy.
No, they were not happy.
And did I change my mind?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I don't know why you didn't change.
And that's part of the reason that I got in the NAACP Image Award, because I was steadfast.
Unmovable.
Always abounding.
Well, when you're steadfast and unmovable, that means that you've established a ritual in your life to do the same things over and over. That takes discipline.
Yeah, that bullshit.
That takes commitment.
Yeah.
And that gets you NAACP nominated.
Image Award, Melissa.
Award.
You're not
nominated.
saying that.
I keep forgetting to tell
NAACP Image Award nominated.
That's
Kev
what
on
gets you there, is
Stage.
that commitment.
That's it.
That discipline.
Because the ritual is doing the same thing
That
every day,
ritual.
and I got to get my body in there. Before I took ritual, I wasn't nominated.
And then what happened?
Once I took that
What's part of
ritual-
your ritual? You get up every morning. You make a video.
Mm-hmm.
You work out.
I doo-doo.
That's a ritual.
I'm going doo-doo.
Shut
in that
up, Joshua.
moment in time. I'm going doo-doo. And then I eat breakfast. I take my ritual multivitamins. Keep me on the regular, too.
A ritual is a multivitamin for men, for women, for teens, for women with children. It is something that I incorporate into my daily routine every morning. Get up, take my ritual vitamin, check emails, potentially plan for the love hour, whatever it is that my day may hold. But it lets me know that I am starting my day off on the right foot, because everyone knows that I eat. But just because I eat doesn't mean that I'm always getting the nutrients that I need from my meals. So this ritual multivitamin fills in the gaps of my diet, because I eat, people. Because I eat.
I eat, too.
I eat
Come
people
on.
as well.
I eat people. Yeah.
Or you could remove the comma, and I eat people as well. Get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/lovehour to start your ritual today. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with free shipping, always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual within the first month, which we know you will, but in the event that you don't, they will refund your first order. Ritual is designed for every life stage, women, men, teens. We said all that, girl. We know the things. All right. Sign up today. Ritual.com/lovehour to start your ritual today. Child, we are not going to get through all 10 of these, so we can go through
do it
maybe
next
one or
week.
two. I'm not doing that. The moment
know?
will pass. The moment, I don't like doing part twos.
I know, but you ain't finished it.
The last
Okay,
thing
no.
that I think is a really important lesson from Meghan and Harry, and this lesson actually comes directly from Meghan. Know yourself. Be a whole, full person before getting into a relationship.
Yes.
If Meghan wasn't whole, if she wasn't full, if she didn't live a very full life before entering into the institution, she was already breaking.
Yeah.
But she would have been broken.
Yes.
She was able to know this ain't really for me, because she understood what happiness looked like for her.
Absolutely.
And she understood that this was crossing boundaries and she was feeling confined and this wasn't it for her, because she was able to live a full life prior to.
Absolutely.
And I think that is a lesson for all of us, but especially if you find yourself waiting to get married or be in a relationship to do the things.
Yes.
Don't wait, child.
Don't wait till
You don't
the
have to
battle's
wait. And I
over,
think
child.
Meghan is proof of that.
Yeah.
And I think those conversations with Harry about, I'm imagining the conversations with Harry about, like, I miss outside. I miss my friends. I miss brunch.
They moved to Canada.
They was trying to be part of the Commonwealth.
They was like, bro, you know what? England sucks. How about Canada?
But they were still trying to do right, which
I know.
everyone was trying to. I still think them moving to Canada was them still, like I said, trying to like, we just gonna like, you can still
Distance
reach out and
ourselves.
touch us,
Yeah.
but we just gonna also distance ourselves, which is one other lesson that I had. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your relationship is moving.
Space, like him and his brother have.
He did say that. But sometimes the best
Listen.
thing you can do for you and your relationship is moving.
I saw a funny tweet that said, America again is taking Britain down by spilling the tea.
For real. That's funny.
It works on so many levels.
Yeah, that's funny.
Listen, I think Melissa, and we weren't even moving from our family, but we have said before, if you listen to the Love Hour often, we didn't fully grow up, like fully until we moved to LA. Almost 30 years old.
Yes.
It was the first time we made all the decisions on our own. Up until then, every church, well, I chose one church, going to Melissa's church. But other than that, my parents' church is where I went. Where my parents wanted to do for Thanksgiving is what I did. It was all, when we came here, it was like, okay, what school district do we want to do? It was all what we wanted to do. And then, there was a certain amount of power that being on our own for real
Yes.
presented, but it took us moving.
And the reason why, though, is because starting fresh, uprooting yourself, those roots, especially if, like, I'm going to your family's church, and now I'm the one, y'all got inside jokes, y'all talking about when he was little. You probably dated some little girl when y'all was in 3rd grade. Everybody's cute. Your auntie wish you would have married her and not me. It'd be a whole situation. That's a full situation. That's not a real life. That's not my real life.
No, that'd be happening, though. That didn't happen in my life.
No, it didn't happen here. But people.
But that do happen.
Yes, that happens all the time.
That previous boyfriend or girlfriend was liked more than you. And then if you add a kid to it.
Oh, child.
You got Big Paige and Chris energy.
Big Paige and Chris energy.
Like, oh, man, the other one.
Yes.
I like the other one.
Starting fresh
People be
is
doing that on
sometimes
purpose,
because
too.
it puts you back on even footing.
Yeah.
And allows you to establish a relationship from ground zero.
Yep.
And not feeling, it's even sometimes of like, one of the first things I did, we almost done. You acting like me yesterday. I was yawning like
I'm always
nobody's
tired.
business. But,
I've been working out every single day for March. I'm telling
well,
you, I almost gave up
NAACP
today.
Image Award winner
Nominated.
I was trying to speak it into
I got to
existence.
talk to Tab about letting me win. But go ahead.
One of the first things we did after we got married was when your lease was up. We got to get up out of here.
You did not like my SpongeBob couch.
No, that little pineapples under the sea. We were literally, who lives in a pineapple under the
We were
sea?
underground.
Literally, we were underground on a pineapple couch. We were literally SpongeBob.
It literally
Yes, it was a literal
the design
pineapple.
was a whole bunch
It
of
wasn't
pineapples.
even. It was a dirty white yellow color,
It was
like
brown.
not quite, but it wasn't brown. It was like beige brown
Yeah. It
with
was
like
terrible.
yellowness.
Everything it was amazingly comfortable.
It was old.
But it was big ugly.
It was so ugly.
It was I never said it was nice looking. It was comfortable. This thing was a wretch undone. But I slept well
on the
that
couch.
What? All I had in that apartment was cable. No heat, no food.
I hated that apartment. But outside of me just like not liking that apartment, the other thing is that sometimes power dynamics start to form.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of outside of the rich aristocrat, colonialism, imperialism, racism. The family dynamic part of that interview, I felt like a lot of people can attest to. That can make or break. If not handled correctly and with care, mishandling your family's relationship with your spouse and the boundaries as a result can ruin your relationship. We have seen it happen
100%.
on multiple occasions. The mishandling of that relationship and underestimating that dynamic, not being aware, it can ruin you.
We have an example of a friend of ours in his first marriage. He got his mother for Christmas a watch set. You remember those watch sets where the bands were interchangeable? Mm-hmm. So he got her like a 5-piece interchangeable, really nice watch set. He got his wife, the mother of his child, a Bed and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works.
Galaxy, prior to the Galaxy.
You know, I'll be messing up stuff. What is that famous Bath and Body Works smell? Sweet pea, sweet CP. Is it sweet pea? That's the childish one.
Cucumber melon. There was
no, but sweet pea is the one. That's the famous one. Body wash, lotion, and spray set. Because his mother was the queen. I kid you not.
That's tough.
His mother was the queen. And there's some other things that happened in that relationship, but a big portion of the downfall of that relationship was that she was always second to his mama. Tell me I'm lying.
I ain't gonna tell you ain't lying when you're telling the truth. What you talk?
Sweet pea. That's what I said, right? Sweet pea. Yeah. Sweet pea. And when I tell you the girl, we were actually really good friends at the time and we were in college. When I tell you she called me pissed. I mean,
regular people wouldn't like that gift.
She
Dating,
was pissed.
That's literally what I used to get girls when I was
Yes.
in like middle school. I would just take it from my mom, but be like, Bath and Body Works.
Like literally, that's the gift you give in like sixth, 7th grade or whatever, and you feel like, ooh, look at me, I'm so fancy, I smell good.
Exactly.
But meanwhile, y'all are grown. But not just that. It's the another time. This didn't just happen once. This
The
is the
audacity
thing.
for me.
This is the thing. That wasn't just like a fluke. Another time, he got his mom a Mother's Day. He got his mom like a $500 gift card for wherever she likes to shop, wherever it was. And he got her a, I'm trying to remember what it was. A very, like a pot or something. It was a very generic, non-innovative.
In his defense, though, that she's not his mom. His mom, it's Mother's Day.
And that was the problem. That it happened consistently. And she was like, you didn't even think hard about this gift.
Well, I mean, listen, Isaiah and Josiah got to give you your gift.
They do.
You're their mom. My mom is my mom.
What does that have to do with you and I?
Your gift, you're not my mother.
So this is the thing.
A mother, the mother of your children.
Because
Right.
those children were there.
Right, but that's my children's responsibility. They got to go out and cut some lawns if they want to show you respect. You didn't give birth to me. My mama did that. She was down in El Paso. You understand me? I'm born in a truck. Now you got to talk to Zay and JoJo about it. They got you something.
This
good.
is the thing, though, that once I express to you that I feel second to your mother, once I express to you
Anniversary,
that,
I got you.
No, but the thing is, he never did right.
He got her a car on their wedding anniversary. I'm just joking.
He never did right, and the mother to this day, still controls the temperature and how her children's relationships, how they operate. And I feel like, again, while the institution in this case, we're kind of making synonymous with the queen, but the fact of the matter is a lot of us have those type of dynamics in our relationship.
1000%.
And we have to be mindful of that, because you'll take it into your relationship and you will lose your and that man is no longer married to that woman. Again, there was some other circumstances, but he's no longer married. And if you ask her, I'm sure if she were to name 3 things, that would be one of those top 3 things.
1000%.
1000%.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. We're done here. Thank you.
Vote for me.
Vote. Where can I get you, Kev?
In my Instagram's bio. First, number 1.
Is there a certain number of times you can
I think it's
vote?
1 per day.
Oh, it's only 1 per day?
Yeah.
So really this is about volume, not about the one dedicated person that's going to vote 10 times.
Right. But be that person.
No, I meant 10 times in one day. Sometimes they're like, you can vote up to 10 times.
I thought you meant 10 times once a day. No, yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah, make sure you vote for NAACP Image nominated social personality
Image Award, Melissa. NAACP Image Award nominated KevOnStage. It's not that hard. I've been nominated for minutes. NAACP Image
In a
Award
minute,
nominated.
You ain't gonna make it to the nominations because I'm gonna take your head off your shoulder.
I met Will Smith. That's old news now. This is my new thing to annoy you guys. I
Well-
got a whole year left of this.
No, a whole year.
Yes. I will be talking about this for 1 year. Just please believe. This is my Grammy. I was trying to say this earlier. Grammy nominated people who never win a Grammy are always introduced as Grammy nominated. Yes. My Twitter thing, you know, you have your name and your thing. NAACP Image Award nominated Kev.
NAACP award nominated image.
Ah!
So the link will be in Kevin's bio, Instagram bio. If you're interested in voting, please vote. We're looking to make Kevin from nominated
Y'all
to
really
award.
shouldn't vote for me. And I'm going to tell you why.
But can you only vote for one person?
No, you can vote for whoever you want, as many times as you want. But I'm telling you now. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But you
Can
can
you-
vote for me today and you can vote for Tab tomorrow is what she's asking, right?
No. I was asking.
Make this award for you with you in mind.
Let me tell you what. Don't vote for me. I'm going to tell you why. If,
Cut this out.
no.
Cut this out.
You win.
By the grace of God,
Listen,
if I actually win, I am telling you all now, I will be insufferable.
You're already
You are-
insufferable.
I'm just.
what I'm saying,
n-
this is a lot, Kevin.
yeah, exactly. Yes.
I am just nominated insufferable. If I am a winner, what's an EGOT to an NAACP Image Award? What's an Oscar to an NAACP? This is the
What?
this is the award for the people.
Wait, I was thinking of a Jay-Z. Never mind, I ain't gonna remember it.
Don't let me win. You better keep me at nominated. My head is already big. It will separate from my body and pop off.
Okay, you
I
can
will
vote
be
once per 24 hours.
strategically insufferable
Listen,
if I win.
You
So
already.
be careful. You will create the monster.
Please vote.
All right.
Go to the link.
All right.
I gotta vote right now because I came in and we didn't vote yet.
I'm voting for myself with 8 emails a day.
Kevin's got bots in just
Oh, because it's by email.
by email, yeah.
Oh, well, child, I got 17 emails.
I got all kind of email. KevOnStage at KevOnStage NAACP nominated.com.
fact, you are right.
KevOnStage. I'm bringing back the old stuff at Hotmail at Zune.
At AOL.
AOL.
Your dad's email is still at
It's
AOL.
still strong
and your
AOL.
mama's is at Hotmail.
Yeah, they something happened in 1996. They were like, I'm gonna run this.
Y2K, they're worried about that. They're like, yo, I'm just
They really were. That was the watch night that we missed. Y2K.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode of
Absolutely, almost sent my email for real.
I know you did. That's why I literally looked at you like you don't have no act right. Just all the act right escapes from your body because all you do is act a plum fool every single day. All day, every day.
And all that plum full acting done got me NAACP Image Award nominated. Possibly winning.
This is the problem. I can't even fuss good because all your shenanigans yield just something good.
That's what I'm telling you. The Bible says all things will work out together.
Child, listen,
Yeah,
your
that
words
shit.
have never
Thank you,
been
that
spoken because this is working out in your favor. You hear me?
I'm finna go down to the Macy's. I'm finna do me a
I need to
reel.
remember to text Bree.
I'm finna do me a reel.
When is this?
March 27th.
The 27th.
Schedule's clear.
I'm finna do me a reel of what I should wear down to the NAACP Image Awards.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us today on the Love Hour. Sometimes, one last thing. Have you ever made a video on like Instagram and it kept replaying your same voice and
Yes.
then you tell yourself to shut up? When I tell you I do that all the time, girls, shut up. Don't nobody want to hear nothing. Okay, girl, shut up. I do it all the time. That's what just
Is
almost
it the
happened.
intro of your
Yes.
show?
Hey, girl, this Miss. Shut up. We know who you are. Girl, especially when you're editing. Oh, girl, if you tell me one more time, I'm going to go through the phone and punch you. Thank you so much for joining us on today's Love Hour. We'll see you next week. Bye.